What's up, YouTube? It's the 206 Analysis. I'm finally back from a long absence, and I'm here to do my UFC 146 predictions for the main card. I'm going to start off with the first fight, LeVar Johnson versus Stephon Struve. Uh, Knowing this fight, knowing both fighters, LeVar Johnson is a man who can dish out a very good punch. He has heavy hands, from what I've seen. And Stephon Struve from his two fights, two past fights with Pat Barry and Travis Brown, he's not good with heavy hitters. He got blitzed, or not blitzed, he got pressured when he fought Pat Barry. He almost got stopped, but he was able to make a comeback. And then we see him get blitzed, and I'm sorry, I keep saying blitz. I don't know why I'm saying blitz. I mean, he gets pressured again against Travis Brown. And we all know what happened. He got knocked the fuck out. And so really to think about this fight, I really have to. I'm leaning towards LeVar Johnson, knowing the fact that Stephon Struve is not really the best. Doesn't have that great of a chin in the world of MMA, and just he could win the fight. He could make another great comeback, but I don't see this really happening. Seeing how LeVar Johnson has so much momentum, seeing from the past fight, with Pat Barry wasn't having the best momentum going into that fight. So what I pick is I pick LeVar Johnson versus via first round TKO. Dave Herman versus Roy Nelson. Both good fighters. Pee Wee Herman, good striker, very quick. He can dish out some good combinations. Roy Nelson, he's a man who can take a lot of punishment. He's really a human punching bag, but you can't deny his ground skills for knowing how he's really has underrated jiu-jitsu and knowing that he has experience with tournaments. He's won tournaments, and how he was able to win those tournaments in very good fashion. I can see this fight going either way. But knowing Dave Herman is if Dave Herman keeps this fight standing, which I think he possibly could do, but if you go in, the later rounds, mid, late, late through the third round, he might tire out, and that might give Roy Nelson the advantage of being able to take him down and being able to submit him, which I can see that, and again, that's what I can see also. So for this fight, I think it will go the way I say. I think it will go. Dave Herman will be able to control early on. He'll get tired, and I think Roy Nelson will be able to take him down and finish the fight off with by stoppage or by submission. So I pick Roy Nelson via late second round, early third round stoppage. All right, Shane De La Razio versus Stipe. I don't even know this guy's name, but Stipe Mios. I'll put a little annotation. But seeing both fighters, I don't really know many of them. I know Shane Del Rosario has some time in Strikeforce, which really his fights weren't that great. You know, UFC material great. Knowing how you have to prove yourself. He had, obviously Dana White was impressed. He's impressed him in some way. So obviously obviously he's fighting. And I really don't know who these I don't really know them that well, and I can't really make the best prediction. But I've seen both, and I think I'm a little more impressed with Stipe. But I can't really call this fight. But this is just a random pick. I'm gonna go with Stipe. Don't even know what the hell's gonna happen. All right, co-main event: Cain Velasquez versus Antonio Silva. Cain Velasquez was originally supposed to face Frank Mir, but we all know what happened. And he's now facing Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Now, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, what people don't really know is that he has very underrated wrestling, but I don't think it really stacks up with Cain Velasquez, knowing his experience in NCAA and his boxing skills. We did see him get tagged. We saw him get knocked out or TKO'd against Junior Dos Santos. I don't know if he was exposed with his chin. We don't officially know that. He's not like Brandon Shaw, like him. But so both their boxing is great. Silva has good combinations, and so does Velasquez. But I think Cain Velasquez, knowing his training regime with AKA American Kickboxing Academy, I think he's going to be a more explosive in this fight. And I think Silva will have to really rely on his jiu-jitsu in this fight. So if I think this fight will be more of a, I think they're just going to trade punches. That's what I see happening. So if I was to pick a winner, I'd pick Cain Velasquez. I don't know about a stoppage. I don't think there would be a stoppage, knowing Antonio Silva has, he does okay with getting pressured, and he does okay. I'll say that. So for this fight, I have to pick Cain Velasquez versus via decision. All right, main event: Junior Dos Santos versus Frank Mir. Alistair Overeem was the original opponent for JDS. I was very excited for this fight, but in March of 2012, obviously 2012, it was Overeem tested positive for testosterone enhancement. I don't know exactly what he did, but it was like a 14-to-1 testosterone ratio, significant amount, and he was not given the fight. And he was suspended, and we don't know what's going to happen anytime soon. So to know now to go to this fight with Frank Mir being the replacement, I think this is a fight that may kill Frank Mir. I don't hate Frank Mir, and I have the utmost respect for Frank Mir, knowing I was able, I've seen it. I've been watching MMA for a long time, and it's, I like seeing those fighters that I've been able to watch, early on in their career. And Frank Mir is one of those fighters who I was able to watch, show off his great, his heavyweight, astound jiu-jitsu. He maybe had you could argue that he is the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the heavyweight division in history. He may be the best in history. Not the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in history, but the best. I'd say he's the best heavyweight in the heavyweight division of all time. And then you see him going against Junior Dos Santos, an astounding boxer, great boxing, and great jiu-jitsu. If this fight was going to go to the ground, I'd have to go with Frank Mir. But seeing his past fights and how he does not do well with taking punches, I have to go with Junior Dos Santos in this fight. Knowing Frank Mir had a lot of trouble, he had some trouble with Nogueira, almost getting knocked out, but he was able to make a comeback and break his arm. He had, what else? He had got badly beaten up by Shane Carwin and badly beaten by Brock Lesnar. And also, there's the other thing about his cardio. Knowing his cardio, how it really doesn't last. His Mirko Krokop fight, that fight looked like shit. It looked like complete shit. He even got tired out after not really being in a fight that was really exciting. Roy Nelson, really, it was just a big ground fight. It was mainly the ground game, and he still didn't do so well. He did good, but he tired out. So that's the big question to me is how is Frank Mir going to survive the first 2 rounds? I don't think he does. I like Frank Mir. I respect his Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I do not see him winning this fight. I see this fight ending in the first round via stoppage, most likely a TKO or KO, or in the second round. I don't see this fight going to the 3rd round. I don't see this fight going to the 4th or 5th. I don't even know how it's possible to go to the 5th, go to a decision, knowing Frank Mir. So that's my prediction. Junior Dos Santos via first round, second round stoppage. All right. I'm glad to be back. Check out my Twitter down below. Check out my boy 916 Chris. I'm guessing he's glad I'm back. And that's about it. I'll see you guys after the fight. Peace.